Start record. Cool. Okay. So we have discussed about the basic use case using CrewAI yesterday, right? Now, what we will do today, we will be discussing on the serial and parallel execution. Okay. So regarding serial execution, so whatever example that we have developed yesterday was a serial flow, right? We have to go from point A to point B, and classifier agent was classifying the query. DB agent was fetching the data from the database. Research agent was basically doing the research. And then writer agent was writing about the final insights that it is getting from other agents. So that was a serial flow, right? Now let's consider this agentic AI requirement, which says that a healthcare consulting company wants to generate faster AI research reports for enterprise clients. The company receives requests such as analyze benefits of AI in healthcare, analyze challenges of AI in healthcare, combine the research and provide the insights to user. So currently, the analyst platform, all searches sequentially, which increases turnaround time. And the business wants to build a parallel multi-agent AI workflow using CrewAI where multiple research activity happens simultaneously. That means in parallel, and independent tasks run in parallel, and final output is consolidated into a single summarized report. So this is a case of parallel implementation using CrewAI. Now, if you think about these tasks, analyzing the benefits and analyzing the challenge. So you can see that these things can be run in parallel, right? There is no dependency in these two tasks when I will be creating the task. So these two tasks can be run in parallel, not sequentially, right? So that's what we are going to implement. Now, as a first step, what I'm going to do is, let me write down the steps, okay? Or what we will be implementing in this. So we will create, first of all, we will be creating AI agents, okay? So what agents we will be creating? First is the research agent. Then we will create another as research assistant agent. And what else? Writer agent. So you see this research agent and research assistant agent. So one agent will basically, search on the benefits of AI in healthcare, and another will search on the challenges of AI in healthcare. And they will run in parallel. The task that is associated with them will go in parallel. This is what we are about to build. Okay. Now, these are about the AI agents. Next is about the tasks. So we will create tasks, right? And then after the task, we will create crew. After creating the crew, we will kick off the crew. So these are some of the high level steps that we want to do, that we want to implement. Okay. Now for this, let's go back to the code that we have written yesterday, and let me create a new file. Let me name it as CrewAI parallel OpenAI demo3 py. Okay. Now what I will do, I will try to copy paste few of the things that we have coded yesterday. So these things will be same, install commands, everything, the pre-initial setup, everything will be same. So let's copy this in the new file. Okay. Now next steps, the next step will be to basically, okay, so this is CrewAI specific flow that we are going to code now. The first is creating agents. Okay. So what is the first agent that we are creating? What is the name of that agent we want to keep it? Let's name it as research agent. Okay. How do we create that? So we will create something like research equal to agent and RGB role we want to give. So let's give the role as researcher. It's a researcher. And G means goal. So goal, what goal we want to give it to this particular agent? Gather detailed information on topics. Gather detailed information on topics. RGB. B means backstory. Backstory, we will basically give that you are a strong you are a strong uh, research agent or strong researcher. You are a strong research expert. Okay. And then we will provide LLM equal to LLM. So that's it. This is the first agent that we have created. Now, second agent is research assistant, right? Research assistant agent we will create. So let's call it as research assistant. And then we will do like this. RGB, we will provide role. Again, the role will be researcher only. It's just that it is assisting in this particular task. Goal is, the goal will be same, which is gather in detailed information on topics. So gather detailed information on topics. And then backstory. Backstory will be, you are a strong research expert. Okay, let me write down. You are a strong research assistant working in parallel. Okay. And then what next? LLM equal to LLM. And this is the second agent that we have created. And then now the third agent, which will be writer agent. So writer equal to agent, role is writer, goal is, what should be the goal? Goal should be combine and present information clearly. Information clearly. Okay. This is the goal, and then RGB backstory. Backstory is, in backstory we can give, you are an expert technical writer. You are an expert technical writer. Okay. And then LLM equal to LLM. LLM equal to LLM. These are the agents that we have created. Now next, what next? We will create task now. Tasks. For what? For parallel execution. Execution workflow. So first task that we are going to create will be, okay, so let's do one thing. Let's create a task, first task. and let's use underscore P. So underscore P denotes that this task will basically run in parallel, equal to task and DEA. So description is first thing. Description. So in description, what we are going to give? Do research. Okay, research on benefits of whatever user is providing in the query on that. Okay. DE means expected output. Expected output. So what should be the expected output? Benefits of, so whatever we are providing in the query, which is query. DEA. A means agent. So which agent will be undertaking this task? It is researcher, right? One second. Research agent, not researcher. This is research agent. So we'll provide research agent here. And then in order to qualify any task to be run in parallel, what we do, we use one more attribute, which is known as async execution. And we will make it as true. So async execution equal to true allows parallel. And one more thing we have to take care. What is that? We don't have to provide any context in this task. So you have seen in our previous example, we have given the context, right? So those context, that particular context should not be provided in the task which you want to run in parallel. Okay, now coming back to task number 2 underscore P, which is again task and description you will be writing here again. So what will be the description? So the description is research on challenges. One second. Okay, research on challenges of whatever user had asked in the query. Okay, this is what description. Expected output should be challenges of whatever user is asking in the query, right? And agent. So which is the agent which will perform this task? It will be this agent, research assistant, right? And we want to make this particular flow to get run in parallel. So async execution equal to true. Again, we don't have to provide any context in that. Now what is happening here is these two tasks are now qualified to run in parallel. So they are qualified to be run in parallel now. Now next is task number 3. So task 3. So this will run in sequential manner. So I'm not suffixing it with underscore P. So I'll just write down simply task equal to let me copy. Okay, so let's write it down. Description equal to write final report combining both the researches. Keep it under 50 words because I want to save my tokens. Okay. Expected output. Now the expected output should be a structured final report. And then A means agent. So which agent is responsible for this? The writer agent. And here we don't have to, okay, here, this is not for the parallel execution, right? So async execution equal to true, we will not give. And then we will be providing the context also, right here, the context. So context will be task 1 underscore P, comma, task 2 underscore P. This, it means that this will wait for both tasks to get over. Okay, so this is what it means. So we have created the task, we have created the AI agents. What next? What next? We will create Crew for parallel execution, correct?
Uh, a task and agent always be like the number of tasks and agent will be always same.
No. One agent can perform n number of tasks also.
Okay,
So
because here
in next example, the hierarchical flow we will I'll take in that way where one agent will execute two tasks. But here we are giving one-on-one mapping as of now. Okay, so we are creating Crew. So how do we create Crew? So let's name it as Crew underscore parallel, and we'll create it like this Crew. And agents, you have to first mention what are the agents that you are considering here. So it is research agent, research assistant, and writer. Right? What else? You have to give tasks. So tasks will be task 1P, comma, task 2P, comma, task 3. Okay. So this is what we have to give. We have created the crew, and these tasks will run in parallel because of this particular attribute, async execution equal to true. Okay. Next thing, crew created. Next is user query. So let's hard code the user query for now. Otherwise, this query can come up with some interface application layer. But for now, let's hard code this. So AI in healthcare. So now my agents will one agent will find and research on benefits of AI in healthcare. Another agent will do research on challenges in AI in healthcare, and these both of these will be run in parallel. Okay. Next is step number E, which is kick off the crew. And how do you do that? We basically result one variable will create, and then crew parallel dot kickoff will give, and this kickoff function takes vararg argument. So vararg may there is one not vararg, sorry, keyword arguments. So in keyword arguments we have one keyword, so that keyword is inputs, and arguments. So that argument is a dictionary. So that dictionary contains the key as query, and the value will be basically the query, this one, the whatever user is providing. Okay. So this is how we kick off the crew. And then last is output. So let's print this output. Output is parallel result. Okay, like this. And then, okay, here only result parallel. Okay, let's try to run this. Let me set up my OpenAI API key. And 1 second, I'll share back my screen. CMD. Okay, I'll share back my screen. 1 second. Hold on, guys. I think my mouse battery got discharged, so I'm just connecting it with the wire. Meanwhile, it gets charged. Let's try to run this code. And in order to run this, what we will do, we will run Python -m, name of the modules, which is CrewAI underscore parallel underscore OpenAI underscore demo3. Let's see if it runs, if the code is fine. Okay, very good. What happened? Field required type, input role, goal, where it is failing, writer. Okay, writer agent. Okay, backstory spelling is wrong. Okay, so let's fix that. Let's run it again. Okay, so it has generated the result, right? Using the parallel flow. Let's see how many characters it has. 42 words. So it is able to generate the result in parallel, which is working fine. So this is how you basically generate the workflows in parallel. So parallel workflows you should implement whenever you have independent tasks to achieve. Serial workflow you follow or you implement whenever you have fixed pipelines, or the flow from one point, that you have a fixed flow, and you have a controlled workflow where you have to go from point A to point B, that you already know. So this is what the parallel execution look like in CrewAI. Now next thing is the hierarchical execution that we will see. So hierarchical means there will be one manager agent, and it will basically coordinate everything. It will basically assign the task to the subordinate, agents, AI agents. So we will create one researcher agent here, research agent, and then another agent will be the write agent. And we don't have to provide context here in this case. It will be taken care by automatically by manager. And where we are implementing this hierarchical approach, wherever the workflow is not yet decided completely and you are not sure, it's dynamic in nature, the workflow, or the flow is dynamic in nature, and you want AI to decide the workflow. It's not that you are deciding. So in serial and parallel execution, it's you, it's we human are deciding that flow. But in hierarchical execution, whenever we are doing hierarchical execution using CrewAI, so it will enable the AI itself to decide the workflow during the runtime. So that's how it works. So let's go and see the hierarchical workflow. Again, the same thing is there. Benefit, challenges we have to do. But read this problem statement. So currently, teams manually coordinate research activities. Work assignment is handled by human. There is no centralized orchestration. Analysts spend significant time managing dependencies. The company wants to build a hierarchical multi-agent system where a manager agent supervises the workflow. Worker agent receives delegation responsibilities. The manager decides the execution order dynamically, and tasks are coordinated automatically, and final outputs are quality controlled centrally. So this is something that we want to implement using hierarchical execution. So let me do one thing. Let me create one more file and name it as CrewAI hierarchical What is this? OpenAI only, right? Demo number 4.py module. And what I'll do here, I will just copy paste this old code and do little bit changes here and there in this code here. Okay, so everything will be same till here. Then creating agent. Okay, so we'll be keeping just one research agent. And before that, this will be the number 2 agent we will create, and this will be number 3 agent. Before that, we will be creating one agent, which will be the manager agent. So let me create that manager agent. So manager equal to agent RGB. One second. This is manager agent I am creating. Okay. So RGB means role equal to manager or project manager. So project manager role I am giving to this. Goal is, let's write the goal. Coordinate task between agent. Okay. Coordinates task among the agents and ensure high quality output and ensure high quality deliverables. This is G, and then backstory. Backstory story equal to you are an expert AI project manager who delegates work efficiently. Okay. So this is the backstory I have given, and then LLM equal to LLM. Okay. So this is how I have created my manager. I have created research agent is already there. Writer agent is already there. Now task we have to create for hierarchical execution. Okay. So for hierarchical execution, all the tasks will be running in series. So let's remove the word underscore P from here. First is the same task, research on benefits. Okay, the agent will be the research agent, and remove this async execution true because we want it to run in sequential manner. From here, remove underscore P. Agent again. So here we will be using same agent. So Sunny, you were asking, right? So you can see here the same agent is doing two tasks, first task and second task. So we are using same agent to perform two tasks. Okay. Now the task number 3, which is the same. We will keep it as same. Agent will be writer, and remove the context. Context, I mean, which task is dependent on what task is basically decided by context, which we give manually, right? But here the AI manager will decide on itself. So we don't need to provide context here. So we have created all the tasks, 3 tasks. Now crew, we will create crew hierarchical. Here agents will be providing research agent and writer agent. Okay. Task, we will give task 1, task 2, task 3. So you can see here we have given 2 agents, 3 tasks because one agent is handling 2 tasks. So this is what we have given, and now very important point. In order to make this an hierarchical flow, you have to make process equal to process dot hierarchy. Now this process is something which is there in CrewAI, and you can put it here and it will import from the CrewAI. So this is done. And second thing is that you have to mention the manager agent in this case. So your manager agent is manager, right? This particular agent that you have created, this one. So these two things are very important whenever you want to convert your flow into hierarchical flow, and this you will be writing down under the under the crew whenever you are creating your crew that time. So this crew you have created, question is there, kickoff is there, just pass this one in the kickoff, and that's it. You can now run your program. Let's provide the name of the file or the module before running it, which is Python -m CrewAI hierarchical open AI demo 4. Let's run it. One second, guys. I'm getting a call, so I'll go on mute for a minute. Okay, it is still running. Let's wait for some time. Okay, we have forgot to change this parallel. Instead of parallel, we should have, okay, one second. This is not the correct one. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of the things that we should have changed. So this is hierarchical, and this here also hierarchical. This also we should have given hierarchical. But yeah, anyway, so it has provided you the answer, right? The correct answer. So this is how the parallel serial flow, serial execution, parallel execution, and hierarchical execution you can implement in CrewAI. So I think this is for today's session. Now let's quickly go and do the Menti quiz for today, and then we will wrap up today's session. I think LangChain quiz did it. LangChain. Have we gone through the LangChain quiz? Can anyone confirm? I don't remember actually. One second, let me check. Okay, I don't think we have gone through, right? What is the last quiz that happened? Can anyone tell if anyone remembers?
Yesterday we have done with prompt engineering.
Acha, prompt. Okay, so LangChain. We will do LangChain quiz then. So let me share back my screen again. And you guys can open your mobile and enter menti.com there. Let me see if I can go full screen. Okay, this is the way I can go full screen. And this is the code that you have to enter. 39470 969. So I'll wait for a couple of minutes before you guys can join in Menti.com. I can see one player is already joined in. Two players are joined in. Three. Four players are there. Okay, let's get started. Let's start the quiz. Okay, so what is the Lang chain primarily used for? So the correct answer is creating LLM powered application. Let's go to the leaderboard to see who has answered it fastest. Deepak had answered it fastest. Let's go to the next question. Question number two. Question number two comes on your screen now. Which programming languages are officially supported by LangChain? Is it Python, JavaScript, Python, PHP, Ruby, PHP, or C++ and Python? The correct answer is Python and JavaScript. Okay, let's see who had answered it correctly. Okay, let's go to question number three. Question number three, here it comes on your screen. In LangChain, what is the chain? The correct answer is a sequence of calls, components combined together. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question number four. Question number four, here it comes on your screen. Which of the following is a popular vector database used with LangChain? MongoDB, Pinecone, PostgreSQL, Firebase. Correct answer is Pinecone. Oh my God. So this is a very simple question, right? How come only one person has answered it correctly? MongoDB, it's not a vector database. Okay, only Supriya had answered it correctly. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to question number five. Question number five, here it comes on your screen. What does retrieval augmented generation, that is RAG, do? Okay, I think everyone have you answered it correctly. It enhances LLM responses using external knowledge. So let's go to the leaderboard to see who had answered it fastest. Deepak had answered it fastest. Okay, next question, question number six. Here it comes on your screen. What is the role of embeddings in LangChain? Encrypts prompts, converting text into numerical vectors, hosting applications, managing user authentication. Correct answer is converting text into numerical vectors. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who had answered it correctly. Okay. So last question for the day. Here it comes on your screen. Which chain type is commonly used for question answering over documents? Sequential chain, retrieval QA chain, API chain, math chain. The correct answer is retrieval QA chain. Okay. So today's Menti winner is Deepak. Congratulations, Deepak.
Thank you.
Menti winner. Okay, cool guys. I think that's pretty much it for today's session. So we have completed CrewAI. Next, we will learn about LangGraph. And yeah, so see you in next session. Anything else before we wrap up the session? Okay, I'll take it as a no. Thank you guys. Have a nice day ahead.